Let's see. Alright. Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's me, Lyles, and we are back with some Trails in the Sky second chapter. And last time we left off, we fought some clones of Joshua, and then we got shanghaied onto the Ouroboros sky base. And now we got this little girl that's I guess that's leading us now. But we don't have her in the actual party. She's just following or leading us. Oops, silly me. This sanctuary isn't this way. We need to use the elevator to the opposite side of the hallway. Access to the sanctuary in the engine room is restricted. Please provide voice identification. Enforcer number 15, Reen. Codename Angel of Slaughter. Destination Sanctuary. Access granted. Welcome, Enforcer Reen. And here we are. This is the sanctuary. The professor should be just inside. Hey, Reen. What is it? Were you the one controlling that Joshua puppet in the base? Uh-huh, that's right. The professor asked me to. Neat, huh? So you're a victim of the society too. Huh? Never mind. Well, here I go. See you later. Welcome aboard the Glorious. It's been some time since we last made a deal. Ah, Professor Alba. I thought it was you. I finally remembered when I heard your voice a minute ago. Cassius Bright's daughter continues to impress. The seal of your memory wasn't practically strong, but throwing it off on your own is still worth some manner of praise. My apologies. I have been properly introduced myself. My true name is George Waisman. I am one of the Aegis, supervisors of the society. An Aegis? So you're like one of the high commanders of the society? Something like that. now, as I said before, I am completely prepared to answer any questions you may have. What would you like to ask first? Honestly, there's so much to ask, I'm not even sure where to start. You needn't fret. Take your time thinking things over. If it pleases you, I can play a relaxing etude while you collect your thoughts. Yeah, I think I'll pass. You know, you didn't strike me as someone who'd be into that sort of thing. Well, whatever. Here's a question for you. Was the whole poor archaeologist thing a total act or what? Putting on a poverty aside, I actually am an archaeologist. As a side, I picked up the pipe organ during the time in the church. I may not be an Erebonian you spend so much time with, but I dare say I dissent, wouldn't you? Hang on, the church, like the Septian? I was something of an academic priest. The choice meeting with the guildmaster led me to a disconcerting path of faith. My knowledge of artifacts, paltry as it is, still proves useful from time to time, thankfully. With your current plan in particular. The one that tempted Colonel Richard into starting the coup? And the one who arranged the gospel experiments? It was you? It certainly was. And it's all on the sake of our cause. Your gospel plan? I saw something in the research facility about that. The plan is to take the areoli, isn't it? Take the areoli isn't entirely accurate. But for the purposes of this conversation, it will suffice, yes. What is the areoli anyway? Why do you want to use it so bad? I know it's said to be one of the treasures of Adios, but just what is it? Ah, for that moment I must keep the exact nature of the areoli a secret. I would, after all, so hate to spoil the surprise. The surprise, right, thanks. Our plan has moved into its third phase. Very, very soon now, the entire nature will the plan to see. I can barely contain my anticipation. And once the areoli has shown itself, then we'll see the potential of mankind unfurl before our eyes. The potential of mankind? Ragard said something about that too. Oh? The holy beast was willing to bestow his wisdom upon you? Perhaps you are doing more than simply living in your father's shadow. Spare me the flattery. And what the hell? I keep asking things and you keep dodging the answers. Do forgive me, it was my intention to be so evasive. I can, however, easily answer the question I know you want to ask most. The what? What kept you from asking it? Don't be afraid, muster your courage and ask it of me. Joshua, where's Joshua? His exact location is currently unknown to me. From what I observed, he's up to something with those sky bandits. Their movements have proven to be quite elusive. Though he is alive and well, I can assure you. Okay. Joshua's specialties are current operation and guerrilla warfare. I was the one who tuned him to excel at such, but he is being sent surprised as at greatest expectations. I gleefully await seeing the height of his potential. Come now, you needn't look so angry. When Joshua was entrusted to my care, his heart was akin to a glass ornament dashed against a paving stone. He is my first attempt of rebuilding such a shattered soul. It is not natural, you think, for an academic to be curious about the result of his work. What did you tell Joshua the day of the Queen's birthday celebrations? I merely removed the block on his memory and told him the truth. That is, once taken into your home, had unwillingly been acting as a spy and sending guild information to the society. The Richard's coup succeeded in its own right because of him, and finally that, thanks to his efforts, the ground was to the last fertile of our plans. I even rewarded him. I formally released him from his obligations to society. I finally get it. Why Joshua, that night, why he disappeared, why he said goodbye with that look on his face. Yes, I must say I did find that regrettable. To think Joshua would abandon you so coldly after regaining himself. I recommended he just pretend he knew nothing of it and continue his life with you, but alas, I suppose my generosity backfired, no? I'm amazed you can even say that. You're the one who chased Joshua into a corner in the first place. He didn't have a choice. So he had to look like that and give his harmonica to me and say goodbye, Estiel. All of it. Every last bit. It's all your fault. Lo, the hell did you come from? I was here the whole start. You simply didn't bother to notice. Tisk tisk. What an undignified performance. Your performance so well in completing my challenges too. Did I not teach you to think before you act? Come on, give us some credit. It takes balls to pick a fight with him. Agreed. Regardless of her skills, her courage certainly is impressive. I thought I wonder if we should call it courage or mere foolishness. Oh, crap. So you're the Divine Blade's daughter. This would have been a first time we met. I'm Enforcer number 0, Campanella the Fool. Nice to meet you. Another one. Stop it, guys. You're scaring Estiel. Read, too? You don't need to worry, Estiel. I knew what I said last time, but we aren't here to hurt you or anything, promise. Huh? Hey, Professor! Why not ask Estiel right now? Well, now's a good time as any. How about it, Estiel? Would you like to join Ouroboros? What? I'm sorry, I misheard that. Would you say it one more time? I asked if you would like to join the Society of Ouroboros. You wouldn't become a full-fledged enforcer right away, of course. But you'd be more of a candidate for that position. What? Are you insane? Come now. It's hardly the leap of logic you're thinking. Joshua had been rather stubborn about returning to be here with you. He would undoubtedly come back to us and to you. Estiel, you want to see Joshua again more than anything else, right? If you join us, that'll come true right away. Then what do you think about that? But I... Now, Reen, Estiel may not have some time to weigh her options. We'll be departing the ship with a little while on business, Estiel. You might give us your answer when we return. And I do apologize for this, but your options must remain fairly limited during your stay. Feel free to request anything you need, but you'll be staying in your cabin. If I join the society, I'll meet Joshua again. That's all but guaranteed. Besides, I don't have to join them for real, right? I can just, pretend to join them and then learn more about how they operate. I'm not the best actress in the world, so it might be hard, but it's better than just being locked up. No, that's stupid. That isn't the way I do things. Pardon me. Huh? You? No need to be so on guard. I have no intentions of harming you. Though if you tried something like that little stunt of yours earlier, I may not have any choice. Yeah, well, sorry. What are you doing here anyway? Weren't you guys going on somewhere? The professor and the others are the ones who will be advancing the plan. They're staying behind and I'm staying behind and minding the glorious. That is what you people are planning on doing. If you wish to find out, why not accept the professor's invitation? You'll learn most of our plan if you do. It seems you have your answer, but you're still hesitating, aren't you? If you want my advice, Steel Bright, you're not suited for the Society of Ouroboros at all. In both ability and personality. Man, do you have to be so completely blunt about it? Don't misunderstand me. The potential for a necessity skill is within you somewhere. But your personality? You have too little darkness within you to be part of the Ouroboros. Darkness? All those in service of Grandmaster bear some kind of darkness on their shoulders. Myself, the professor, and the other enforcers. Joshua too, needless to say. Hey, what's your relationship with Joshua anyway? Our relationship? Joshua is really focused on you. It seems to know who you were even when you weren't recognized with your mask on. And on top of that, it seems like he was desperate to find out who you are. That doesn't surprise me. The professor sealed part of his memory away. He was hypnotized in such a way that the moment he left the society, he could remember literal doubtless. Even if he remembered the actions are part of the society, he could not remember his confederates. That would have been the core of his dilemma. That's... The memories of his childhood would be the same. Even if we remembered Kieran, he likely would have been loosely remembered me. I see. So that's why. Wait, Kieran? I've heard that name before. Karen Astray. A child friend of mine and Joshua's older sister. She died 10 years ago. What? That harmonica you have was originally Karen's. Joshua held on to it for memento, and then it was passed on to you. Joshua had an older sister? Damn, how? How did Karen, pass away? I hope you knew what you were really asking. The answer is that question requires staring into the abyss which Joshua and the rest of us reside, and it will stare back. Are you prepared for that? Tell me. I don't know if I'm ready for what's coming or whatever, but I want to know what kind of path Joshua has followed. If nothing else, I have to know that. As you wish. It was a little over 10 years ago, back when you could still find the village of Hamel on maps of Ereboni and Libel. Hamel was a tiny little place. There weren't many other young people, so the three of us were always together. I dreamed of becoming a bracer, and I spent my free time practicing my swordsmanship. Karen and Joshua would watch and encourage me. That was now while away the days. Once I was done with practice, we would turn our ears to Karen's harmonica. Karen could play anything on that harmonica, anything, but my favorite was always the old Iberian folk song, There Whereabouts of Light. It seems like the bliss would last forever. We believed that we had no reason to doubt it. The day dawned and began just like any other, and then they came. A band of invaders, garbed in black and armed with Liberian weaponry, came out of nowhere. They encircled the village and slaughtered everyone in sight. None were spared, not even the old and infirm, not even the young or defenseless, not even infants. Those who were killed quickly in the young moments were the luckiest by far. And the women, even in this telling, there are some things I will not recount. We fled desperately from the hell, and we were lucky to be in position to escape the attack began. We fled to the outskirts of the village and screamed. The screams of our own families carried to our ears in the wind. Once we got to the outskirts, I told Karen and Joshua I would act as bait to confuse the pursuers. I promised them that I would catch up to them and soon send them ahead. But the attackers, they had laid their plans well. They had people in position to deal with any who tried to flee. When I finally caught up to them, the scene was strangely quiet. A man dead, shot through the throat. Joshua with a gun in his hand, dumbstruck. And Karen holding Joshua with a horrific wound on her back. She was barely breathing at that point. Even now, the scene seems as though Karen was calm and content. She entrusted her harmonica to Joshua and asked him that I take care of him. And then she died quietly. Hold on 1 second, I'll be right back. I gotta sign for something. That's crazy. So I've been trying to find a screen protector for my LumiPad 2, the 3D tablet that I got from Leah. And it's so hard to find a good screen protector for it because it's such an uncommon product. There isn't that many that would produce something like that for it. But there's a one manufacturer in Australia. Let me fix myself. That actually makes a good tempered glass protector for it. So I had to order one all the way from Australia. And finally it came in the mail. So when stream's over, I'm going to put that sucker on so I don't have to worry about any scratches on the tablet. And I can be a little more outdoors with it. It takes some really good 3D pictures. I like it. And then she died quietly there in that clearing. Why did that? The Empire invaded Liberal almost immediately afterwards. The defenseless little village, its inhabitants slaughtered by men in Liberal arms. It was almost too perfect of an excuse to invade. It can't be. Liberian troops doing that? When the local garrison found us, they were adamant on the invaders were Liberian. When the war ended a few months later with the Empire's defeat, however, we were given a different tale entirely. They told us instead that it was a band of Jaeger dropouts that turned to pure brigandry. And then they told us that they never speak to anyone else of the attack. The Erebonian authorities had announced that Hamel had been destroyed by a landslide and all roads leading to it had been closed completely. Hold on, what? Why would they lie about that? Neither explanation makes sense. That's almost like... Indeed, everything was a fabrication by the war hawks of the Empire to justify the invasion of Liberal. In the end of the war, the ruse was discovered and the imperial government was thrown into a panic. They concealed the comprehensive peace and executed nearly everyone involved in the plot, all to pretend that it never happened. That, is still bright, is the tragedy of Hamel in full. That was also Joshua's heart was broken entirely. He was now hardened with the torturous death of his sister, his parents, and everyone he knew, and even the shock of taking another man's life. How could that not shatter the soul of a 6-year-old child? You likely heard the rest from Joshua. His spirit was so wholly broken that he lost all his will to do anything but play the harmonica and begin to waste away. That was when the two of us had found by Wasteman. To save Joshua's life, I entrusted him to Wasteman's care and threw myself into Ouroboros training. And then 2 years later, Joshua was repaired as he was Wasteman followed the same path. This is darkness, is still bright. Do you understand what kind of gulf separates you and Joshua now? Do you understand what he stares into every day? I do, yeah. Now I think I really understand why Joshua left. Hey, next time you see him, tell Wasteman thanks, but no thanks. I'll never join Ouroboros. It's not because I like or dislike the society, but as long as I'm going to pull Joshua back over the gulf you mentioned, forget it. Although I do feel kind of bad about letting Rain down after she went through all this trouble to invite me. Hey, you think she'll forgive me if I say sorry? You're one of a kind, is still bright. To hear those horrors and then lose your hesitation? You truly are more than just the daughter of the Divine Blade. Oh, thanks for the compliment, I guess. And you say all that, but you care about Joshua too, right? You guys were friends. Or maybe more than like brothers. Let me be absolutely clear. That was 10 years ago. To me now, he's nothing more than a rogue element of the Eliminated. But the professor seems to enjoy letting Joshua do as he pleases. I have a different plan in mind. Sooner or later, I will deal with Joshua personally. Wait a second. What the hell is this? Karen asked you to take care of him. Doesn't that mean anything to you? I have my own path and I've chosen for myself. I declared myself to the goal, and those who stand in my way shall die by my blade. Not even Karen's final request will stop me. How can you... A little bit of clipping there. Whoopsie. Those are the professor and the others, yes. It looks like the third stage of the plan is getting underway. The third stage? What's... That is not for you to know. Once we're finished, you'll be returned to your father. Behave until then. Now, just, as one final note, don't even think of attempting to escape. The Glorious is 8,000 arcs above ground. You have nowhere to run. Don't even think of a time to escape, he says. As if he doesn't know that it's human nature for me to want to do the exact opposite. Besides, he is the only enforcer on board. Alright, why not? Let's do this. Okay, the timing is gonna be everything. If I can figure that out, it'll be good. Let's see. I'll wait for a couple of hours until they let their guard down and then... Right, it's worth a shot. So this was a memento of Karen, huh? You shouldn't throw away something like that so easily, you idiot. Hey, it's time for change shifts. How's the girl acting? Quiet as a mouse. She might be a bracer, but she's still just a kid. Probably curled up in bed, scared out of her mind. Babysitting is while everyone else is out, it sucks. Hey, this is so boring. I wanted to get out and go into action. Quit your whining. Those Leonhardt orders, and hell if he's not gonna follow his instruction to the letter. Eh? What was that sound? Hey, what are you doing? You don't think she escaped? Damn it! That stupid girl. Does she not get where she is? Or she's trying to kill herself or something? Ah, oh, gonna take me right now. She probably fell. You gotta be kidding me. What are you gonna tell Leonhardt that let us keep our heads? That damn brat, nothing but a load of trouble. Damn brat, huh? Ugh. You. Nice try, old man. Never underestimate the bracer. First of all, don't you think that it was a little rude calling a sweet maiden like myself a damn brat? It wasn't me. I didn't call you that, I swear. Oh, you didn't? Well, you didn't correct your buddy then. Either way, it's nap time for you. Okay. Reinforcements are probably gonna get here really quick, so I need to look. There's gotta be some way off this boat. And I won't give up. Not until I see Joshua, not until I see that dummy again. And he won't stop for anything, Lo. Well, neither will I. What am I doing? I don't even need to fight. I got 200. What is this? Oh, it's doing damage. Whoops. Oh, another Misty Veil. Oh man, stupid tracker's acting up again. Oh, shit. Hold on one sec. Alright, there we go. Whoa. Darn it, wrong way. This looks like this is the main deck. Someone please tell me that this thing has to be so ridiculously huge and not to get lost in. At this point, we only hope are to either find a parachute or somehow take control of one of the smaller airships. Either way, you gotta keep going. There she is. Crap. That's far enough, girlie. Not too bad, though, escaping from custody, the glorious and all. The daughter of Cassius Bright does not disappoint. You understand, of course, that trying to resist is pointless. Be a good girl and lay down your weapon. What a pathetic showing is still Bright. Huh? Oh, don't recognize me with a helmet, do you? Fine then, look into the face of the one who bested you. Huh? You remember at last. I doubt you ever thought to encounter me again after your worst nightmares. Oh, I think I remember you. You were, Mayor Dalmore's something or other, I think. How can you be so uncertain? Yes, I'm Gilbert, the former steward of Mayor Dalmore. You couldn't even remember those you had arrested? Unbelievable. Well, excuse the heck out of me for being so surprised. I mean, first of all, didn't we hand you over to the army and trial and stuff? How'd you even manage to get here? You doubt my resourcefulness. During the coup, I managed to escape in the chaos. Shortly thereafter, your Boros found me, and then I pledged my allegiance to them. I don't know whether to call that tenacious or just thick-headed. Are you seriously a Jaeger? You're not actually gonna fight, are you? And again, you underestimate me. I'm a progeny of the sword as much as a pen, a master of both. But, I remember how you screamed back whenever we got roughed up by those special ops guys in the lighthouse. Do you really think you're out for combat? That was high-picked to, like... Silence! I have been part of a huge number of combat enhancement programs since I first encountered the sight of service. My physical abilities have been greatly increased, and my knowledge of battle tactics are unparalleled. So don't think that you can best me again, Bracer scum. For the love of... just play along for now. Now then, Steel Bright. If you would like to live, throw aside your stick, get down on your knees and beg for mercy. If you do that, I may even forgive your past transgressions. Oh, what an offer. I'm moved by tears over here, really. Sorry, I'm pretty thick-headed too. Maybe I can beat one of your crazy enforcers on my own, but I can sure throw down the likes of you. So bring it, Screamer. All talk and no action. We were ordered not to kill you, but a good beating should at least suit our needs just fine. Don't resist. Well, that'll make it even more fun. Just in time. Looks like you're having a hard time. Allow me to assist. Not necessary, soldier. We're about to have start her punishment. You're certainly welcome to watch, though. I wasn't talking to you. What, you're... too slow. Oh, wait. Huh? What are you doing? I'm sorry, but you're not cut out for this. Oh! Really? What were you thinking? You may be a full bracer, but you're still a total loose cannon. And what were you gonna do trying to fight them all by yourself? No way. Joshua, this isn't a dream, is it? Things would be nicer if it were a dream. Unfortunately, reality isn't so convenient. Huh? You finally show yourself. It's been a while, though. You knew I would find my way on board. It was entirely possible, given your skills. Still, I'm curious as to how you actually managed it. I boarded one of the scout ships that went ahead to the Glorious to check on its route. None of the enforcers were about, so it was fairly trivial to sneak in. You even guessed that Rissman would request the art. You really haven't lost your touch, Black Fang. All thanks to you, really. Though it always was a bit nerve-wracking, wondering if you or someone else would find me. There were a few who could see through your skills of obfuscation, but stealth have its weaknesses. The instant someone notices you, you lose your one advantage. You have lost your advantage, Black Fang. What do you think a Fang can do against a Blade Lord? Wait! For your information, Lo, I'm still pretty ready to go. I don't care how strong you are, we won't make it that easy on... Stand back, Estelle. Lo's powerful, more than the both of us combined. And knowing that, you still came here. Some might call that naive, but I know you better than that. What drove you to leave her in the first place? If you wish to protect someone, protect them. If you wish to cut them from your life, then do it completely. Did I not teach you that, though? To be decisive. Yes, you did. That was the very first lesson you taught me after Rissman was done tuning me. If she means that much to you, you should never have left her side. You should have stayed with her, tormented by guilt or otherwise. The fact that you didn't, just another form of escapism, nothing but deceit. I know that, Lo. I know what you're trying to tell me. Do you really? Joshua. But in that case, what about you, Lo? This should have been up to my price alone to pay my burden, and yet you joined the society too, and now they call you the Blade Lord? Why are you still working with Wasteman? My cooperation with Wasteman has nothing to do with you. I do so because of my desires. Your desires? You mean about Karen? Petty revenge won't bring Karen back. So I want to see her death was worth it. I want to put humanity to the test. That's why I'm working with the professor. Put humanity to the test. Enough talking. You have three options. You and the girl both surrender, you protect the girl and you die, or you abandon the girl and escape by yourself. Make your choice. Joshua. I'm sorry, but I had to be taking option 4. What? What? I fiddled with the orbital engines a little. Left alone, the Society's glorious ark will be another wreck on the ocean floor soon. Hey, Joshua, could you maybe warn me when you... You really are a magician. You need authorization for the engine room, but I don't think you'll be able to worm your way in there. I altered each of the 22 engines in a slightly different manner. Westman sorted out, maybe Rain too. But with them gone, the only one left is you, Lo. A final ace in the hole and you put a stop to the plan. Well done. But to see it now, just how long do you intend to keep deluding yourself? I hope you have an answer when we next meet. I'll be looking forward to it. Joshua, we can talk later. I've got an airship prepared for an escape. We need to head down to the stairs ahead of us to get down to the hangar. Yeah, come on. Oh, whatever. I'll just throw in some junk tiaras anyway. Let's build up our CP. Just in case.
That's that. Let's move out. Done yet. That's that then. Let's move out. Not done yet. done yet. That's that. Let's move out.
Piece of cake.
Not done yet.
Oopsie baby.
That's that then. Let's move out.
He's level 75 and she's 67. I remember that staff. Had it in the first game.
Piece of cake.
We're not done yet. That's that then. Let's move out. done yet.
Piece of cake.
I think we got all the rooms that we can. They're both almost at 200, so I think we are good to go.
Piece of cake.
We're not done yet.
We're good to go.
We're not done yet.
Holy, since when does an airship have its own landing port? Yes, the Crimson Ark, the glorious pride of the society, is meant to be a mothership of sorts. It can provide berthing to up to 12 smaller vessels. That's unbelievable. I secured a ship earlier on our escape. It's in the hangar furthest in. Got it. You're still a bit late, aren't you? You! Campanella. Joshua, how cold. You could have a nice long heart-to-heart with Lo, and you don't even stop by to say hello to your old friend Campanella? I didn't think you would still be on the ship. Let me guess, you knew I was coming this way? Well, I am the one that Grandmaster went to observe the plan. It's my job to notice more than just the others do, after all. Yeah, it's impressive, though. You changed quite a bit in the, half-decade since we last met? You became much more of a man, And you literally haven't changed at all. Even your appearance is exactly the same, as though you haven't aged a day. Well, I'm sure to have never skipped my daily skincare, after all. I've heard you enjoy a good romp in the dress every now and then. Perhaps I can introduce you to my cosmetics. How could it be even more aggravating? You were waiting for us because you wanted to fight, right? Just fight us already. Well, my goodness. What a strong little girl. I wonder what kind of girl would gluck in your heart in such a grape, Joshua. She's a good match for you, huh? Wait, who plucked whose heart's like... I forget myself, though. Your proper girlfriend is a bandit girl, isn't it? Oh, Joshua, you're such a stud. That's quite enough of your nonsense. I have my idea to even know about Josette, but either way... Our abilities to combat should be about the same, and I doubt that Steel will just sit idly by. Do you still intend to stop us at by force? No. It wasn't my intent at all. As I said, I'm simply here to observe the plan unfold. No duty to impede you too directly. Wait, really? Then why bother waiting for us here? To say my farewells, of course. But you know, just saying goodbye isn't very exciting at all. So I thought I'd make your escape story a bit more riveting. What? The pale Apache flying orbital puppet? The society already has working models? And so now, obstacle arises to block the united heroes. How will this affect their legend? Let's find out.
We're good to go.
Oh, hey, thank you very much for the subscription, Dell. How you been? Oh man, another long day. One more day till the next weekend. Alright, we got this in the bag. It wasn't that hard. Okay, well thank you very much for the alerts. Thank you again for the sub, and enjoy the rest of your day off. That was a lot of XP. Well done, well done. I expected no less of Joshua, but the Missy's really very good as well. enough of your stupid messing around. Now, there's no need to be so angry. Anyway, it's time for the fool whose act is done to exit. Stage right. What? Well, then you two, let's meet again soon. He's gone. That's just a little escape trick he knows. Don't worry about it. More importantly, hey, you sure you want to come this way? Didn't you hear the sound, idiot? No doubt about it. But still, we have to hurry. Right. Lock the door. I'll get the ship launched immediately. Got it. Activation key recognized. Confirmation code entered. And here we go. Wow! I'm opening the hatch via remote control. We'll be launching immediately, so take a seat. Okay. It's them! Fire! Don't let them escape! We're falling! It's fine. We'll correct shortly. Here we go. Think they can just fly away? Hell with that. Sort of the airships. We're going after them. Whoa, this is a radar, isn't it? There's 3 lights getting closer, I think. Pursuers. We'll need to evade them somehow. Joshua, you know how to fly an airship? The basics, at least. This ship hasn't had any armaments, however. This isn't the best situation for us to be in. Oh, great. Wait, how did you go for a ship with no weapons? This ship was undergoing maintenance, so the security was lighter. It was an emergency, so I didn't have time to be picky. An emergency? You don't mean the fact that I was caught in the Glorious? No. We're gonna be flying rough, so hang on to something. Ah! Like there's a gun on top. Now this is bad. Those guys chasing us seem pretty good. The pilots have been put through one of the Society's pilot focus enhancement programs, most likely. They won't be very good at adapting to the unusual, but for the more common tasks like chasing down a ship, they're very good. I get it, so they're one of those guys from earlier. If they're bad at adapting though, maybe we can cause some kind of accident. We were hit? No, wait. That wasn't our ship. That's no way. The Bobcat, but why? Joshua! Joshua, you're on that ship, right? That voice. That voice. Yes, it's me. What are you guys doing here? I thought you'd be out on Liberal by now. My brothers got all worried that you might run into a problem, but we've been shadowing that flying whale for a while. Really? Who was the one begging for us to follow Joshua, looking all worked up and ready for fame? Kyle! Enough, you two. And besides, we have a little payback to give society ourselves. We thought we could stick around for a while until we settled our other debt. I see. Thank you. You saved me. Yeah, you better be grateful. We've had an eye of you for a while and noticed you weren't firing back. Some kind of problem? I had to take a ship with no armaments. It's proven to be a bit of an issue. I can imagine. What do we do then? Right, then we'll split them in two. You can probably lose one, right? One? No problem. It's a plan then. Blessings of adios. Be with you. Joshua, take care, you hear me? Steele, is anything on the radar? No, but the lights are out, it looks like. Seems like we're completely lost them. Good. I gotta say, I was surprised the bandits, they're kinda shy. I never thought they'd show up in the blue and save us like that. Maybe I'm a bit too hard on them. It's true. I just saw us as two parties bound on a contract, but I suppose relationships between people aren't that simple. Yeah, what's with that all of a sudden? Put two people together and maybe they'll be friends. All kind of stuff can happen. That's just how people act, you know? Yes. How people act was never very clear in the world I lived in. Oh. Kill or be killed. Take or be taken from. Until I met you, my life was an endless cycle of such simplicity. But, even if you had some good times with Lo and your sister, right? Lo told you told you about that, did he? It's true, I've had those memories, but they feel like someone else's. What? After my heart was shattered, my memories of Hamel were no longer my own. I think it's been I gave up being human and chose to become a puppet. I clearly remember my sister's death. She and I were attacked by a man laying in wait for stragglers. The man swatted me away and forced my sister to the ground. Oh. time, I was too young to know what he was probably meant to do. All I knew was that he was trying to hurt my sister, and I had a bad feeling, so I grabbed onto the man's back. I ended up getting crushed and thrown off immediately. Somehow, though, I managed to get my hands on the man's gun. Thinking about it, I wonder, did I have a talent for killing people, even then? I'd never even been taught how, but I still removed the safety and pulled the trigger without hesitation. The man fell over, spewing blood from his mouth, looking confused. At that moment, I finally realized I shot a man. He wasn't quite dead yet, though. He jumped up, combat knife out, screaming and gurgling incoherently with murder in his eyes. I curled up and closed my eyes like I was being attacked by a wild animal, but there was no impact. I was embraced by something soft. Oh hey, how's it going, Ubus? When I opened my eyes, there was my little sister gently smiling at me. The man had collapsed at some point, and Lo was standing there, dumbstruck with horror. My sister, cradled by Lo, gave me her harmonica, and then she closed her eyes. Oh, hey, how's it going? Hold on one second, I'll give you a... Yeah, it's been a while, you know, my eyesight is not very good. Bear with me for a moment. There we go. Hey, thank you very much for the raid. Hello everybody, my name is Lyles. I'm an exclusive RPGers. I play across many platforms. SNES is on Mondays, PlayStation 2's on Tuesday, and Thursdays and Saturdays I play on PC. And today we're playing Trails in the Sky's second chapter, and we're going to be playing the third one right after we finish this one. So right now, if you're familiar to the story, we just escaped from the giant flying airship of the Society, and they're just talking about his past and stuff. Oh, it was a bad port? Oh, that's a shame. Oh, okay, cool. You're playing it too. I remember every detail, you see. But even talking about it like this doesn't make me feel sad. It's just a slight tugging at the heart, like reading a stranger's diary. Oh, really? Well, I'm looking forward to the boss then. I try to grind a little bit between chapters, but I'm playing on hard right now. Nothing too crazy, nothing too easy. But I've had a couple of fights that were a bit of a challenge, but not too bad. Right now, I'm having trouble reading because my eyesight went bad. But I'm gonna be getting my pair of glasses on Saturday. So Saturday, in the middle of stream, I'll be getting my glasses in the mail, and then I'll actually be able to read pretty good after that, and I won't be guessing half of what I'm looking at. And at the same time, it's true of my first time with you. No, I do think I was changed a little by touching your warmth. I learned happiness and joy with you, and finally came to think of you as someone else. But somewhere, it all felt as if it was your distant. I suspect that is what my real self was feeling. An empty void of the broken puppet that is Joshua's ashtray. Is it a stray or is it ashtray? Because I keep wanting to call him ashtray. This is goodbye, Estelle. Please do not chase after me anymore. I was a little happy to see you one last time, but even so, we should not be together. Being with someone like me will never be good for you. I can't remember if I finished up to Cold Steel 2 or Cold Steel 3. And then I kind of stopped there. I don't know why I didn't finish it all. But I know at least I beat the first two many years back. I don't know how many ago. But it's been a while though. But I'll probably remember some things as I go along it in the distant future when we get to that game. Yeah, there's some nice setups that you can make. Okay, well, enjoy your dinner, and thank you very much again for stopping by. And to be frank, you'll only be a burden to me. So, you're a terrible liar, you know that? What? Joshua, listen. I've seen and heard a lot since you left. And now that I understand the reason you left. The real reason. The one that you haven't even admitted to yourself. You can't here to be with me because your heart's broken. You feel like your being with me is someone else's story that you can never ever have. And come on, I'll be bad influence on you? Or you'll hold me back? What? All that's a bunch of lies. Every single one, especially the last one. They aren't lies. No, Joshua, really, listen. I understand now. You're really scared. What? You think it's all your fault that your sister died. And you never ever forgive yourself if something happened to me. That's why you ran away from me that night. Everything else was just pinned on afterwards. That's ridiculous. Raceman's conditioning left me incapable of feeling fear. I took away my ability to feel it so that I wouldn't hesitate during an operation. You're a little off target, I'm afraid. No, darn it. I'm not talking about something that superficial. Joshua, you said you can't help me but feel your sister's death happened to someone else, right? Did you know why that is? Of course. It's because I'm a broken wreck of a human being. Nuh-uh. No. Wrong-o. We aren't letting self-pity get in the way here. Joshua, you just don't want to remember how awful it was your sister died, how to blame yourself for it. Unconsciously, you've been trying to think of it as someone else's problem to get away from it. A lot of people do that. And on the ship, didn't you tell me you weren't afraid there? I mean, it was a lot of work just to sneak on board, right? But you didn't even hesitate to help me escape. It's almost as if you were trying to get me away from danger as fast as you possibly could. Danger you were afraid of. You aren't a broken wreck, Joshua. You're just as scared, mostly because you care for people so much it breaks your heart. You're just lying to yourself about it. That's how I see it, and I know I'm right. But that can't. Why? Can you? Have you forgotten, Buster? I'm Liberal's #1 Joshua watcher. Now that I know all about your past, too, I'm the biggest authority on Joshua Astray in the world. I know more than Westman or Lowe ever. Joshua scared and Joshua brave. Joshua lying and Joshua honest. My beloved Joshua. I finally found you, Joshua. I finally reached you. Stop. But I need to say this. I don't want to just be one more person you feel like you have to protect. As long as I'm a bracer, I can't stay away from danger. That's not going to change even if you leave again, Joshua. That's what I have to do and who I am. And so, Joshua, let's make a promise. Promise? Let's go forward together from now on and protect each other equally. I'm strong enough to be able to cover your back now, Joshua. And if you're at my side, there's nothing I can't beat. No matter what kind of crazy nonsense the society throws at me, I won't die. So you don't need to be afraid for me anymore. I promise. Still, how I haven't been able to cry since Karen died. I could never even shed tears as an act, but now it's okay. No one's looking. Cry as long as you want, and I'll hold you like this. That was a little embarrassing. And no kidding. Oh, right. Here, let me return this. Oh. Hey, Scene. He's still sick with the flu. He's getting a lot better, though. He's running around and stuff. He's just has a lot of nasty mucus. Seriously, Joshua, this is your only memento of Karen, right? You shouldn't just fob this off on your others without thinking, buddy. Yes. It was a bit thoughtless of me, wasn't it? I was kind of wondering, what kind of person was she? What kind of person? She was friendly to everyone she met, kind almost to a fault, and she had dignity born of humility. She and the Lows back then, were perfect together. I was always a little jealous of them as a child. Friendly, kind, and dignified. So she was kind of like Chloe then. It's a good comparison, thinking about it. Karen didn't even look like Chloe. She had my eyes and hair, but they were similar in spirit. Steele? Oh, nothing. I was speaking of Chloe. You realize you worried her and everyone else sick too, and not just me, right? You have some serious graveling to do when we get back. Steele, I do. If you say something like, oh, I didn't have the right to go back, I'm gonna just drag you back by your hair. Oh, hey, Laura Moo, thank you very much for the follows. Enjoy your stay. Sure, you're a raceman spy, but you didn't even know it, right? Even helping the bandits get their shit back was done and try to stop the society, right? If you tell Dad about the society's plans, that'll make it even. That's what they call a plea bargain, right? That's not quite how a plea bargain works. Besides, even if you want to stop the society, you can't go back to that ship, can you? In that case, your only option is to work with us, Buster. And if you haven't been abducted, I could have just destroyed the Glorious that I originally planned. Yeah, sorry. Wait, hold on. How can you say destroy the Glorious so easily? I know it's the society we're talking about, but you were really going to kill them all? It would take nothing less to stop Westman and Lowe. And even then, there's a decent chance that they'll survive the destruction of the Glorious. For the love of... No, actually, I think it's for the best I got caught. You were gonna do something completely crazy, Joshua. You're all still being all cute and naive again, aren't you? No, not at all. It's just that you have matured a lot as a person while we've been apart. But ultimately, you're still a Steel. That makes me happier than I thought possible. Oh, come on, Steel. Why in the heck does Joshua's smile still make your heart race? It's because of all the while, isn't it? It still gets me right there. Steel? Hey, you got along pretty well with that tomboy, right? Tomboy? Oh, you mean Josette? Well, at first we had our differences. Even so, we came to understand each other pretty well in the end, I'd say. Understand each... Did you kiss her? What? Question, answer, give. Right. Of course I didn't. Our relationship wasn't like that. Oh, good. Well, then... Can I request a do-over of that night? A do-over? Oh. The first kiss is really important to a girl, you know? And, it was all your fault that mine got wasted. So you've got to take responsibility, mister. Steel. Steel, I suppose I do. Hey, Joshua! Uh-oh. Did she see? Ha ha ha! The tomboy! What? Oh, heck, you're away too, huh? I was hoping you'd stay caught. Gee, maybe I should have thrown you at them as a distraction, but I don't think they like grimy tomboys. Come on, Josette, don't start a fight. You won't object to a brief truce, I hope, Miss Bracer. Yeah, well, you guys did save us back there after all. So, thank you, really. We wouldn't have been made it without you. Ha ha ha! There's no need to thank us. Psst, I don't remember saving you. Just keep your thanks to yourself, okay? Okay. One of you is gonna get dragged off of the prison after all, it looks like. That aside, Astray, what are your plans now? Huh? We came to ask again if you wanted to come with us, but I'm thinking it looks like we don't even need to ask, huh? Yeah, forgive me. I may not really certain how things will go from here. Right now, though, I'll be traveling with a Steel. Joshua. I see. Whatever. At least there's still a chance. What? Joshua, remember, you get tired of Miss Airhead over there and come on back to us. You'll always have a place at the Bobcat, okay? Walk over there and call me an airhead one more time, you greasy tomboy. Thank you, Josette. Don, Kyle, I owe y'all so much. Huh, that's our line. Good luck and stay safe. Hopefully we'll all meet again someday. Steel. What is it? You do understand that the enemies were made overwhelmingly powerful. You were captured primarily as bait to lure me out, I suspect. That way the Glorious wouldn't be destroyed in Resmond's absence. Oh. And to be honest, Lo probably could have saved the ship after kicking our bodies into the sea. I'm fairly sure the reason he didn't was out of pity. Pity at how weak I was, I mean. All the enforcers are the same. In terms of pure power, they're all masters, far stronger than me, even Reed. We've been picked, it will probably be the hardest fight in our lives. Yeah. But I promise that I won't even run from reality again. I'll walk with you until the very end. Joshua, I promise too, to the very end. This is Blue Blanc. The device is in place. I await the beginning of the ceremony. This is Dire Wolf. All done here. Hurry up and get this started. This is Bewitching Bell. The beta is in place. Rain here. I'm all ready, so we can start whenever. The moment is upon us. Let us begin stage 3 and plan. Areola is sealed in the darkest where the septum's light did not reach. Will you gaze upon our poor material world through your own gospel? Gaze upon these 4 pillars. They are the final shackles that bind you. Simple as they may appear to be, but know that their purpose is shrouded by the degree of man. With hands that bend at will of all, reveal thy true form. Ladies, gentlemen, our blessed celebration is ready. Now, go, enjoy it to your fullest. Excellent. We, the enforcers of Ouroboros, by the order of the Airgis, we shall now liberate you of your shackles. Oh, this is chapter 7, okay. Or just a little bit further from me. And that is the situation as I stand, and all the information I gathered while aboard the Glorious. This is like looking into a maw of madness. To think a monster of a ship like that has intruded into Liberal. What could it possibly plan to do with something so powerful? Unfortunately, I did not manage to learn all the details of the Gospel's plan. I do know that they already begun the next phase of it though. They said the third stage of the plan was getting ready to start, but that's about it. The situation is grim. General Morgan had the army begin a plan to respond. These two, as might as they expected, contacted Cassius last night before coming to us. At his suggestion, I've out the entire army in a state of high alert. We have the entire aerial fleet of the air patrolling within breath of the kingdom now, Your Majesty. I see. Very good. Steele, Joshua, thank you very much for your hard work. No, it's nothing. To be honest, I could have approached you much earlier. I apologize for my earlier behavior, especially the theft of the airship. Wait, Joshua? It's alright, Steele. I'm prepared for whatever punishment they deem fit. Your Majesty, what shall we do with them? Yes, I believe we have to bend the letter of the law to match the spirit in this case. In the light of the information of the society you have brought us, Estray, I'm willing to pardon you for your past deeds. Really? But your It's alright, Joshua. To be honest, an orphan of Hamel deserves a far greater recompense than a queen's simple discretion. Oh. As I imagine you do know, that I knew of the massacre and have remained quiet about it until now. Yes, ashtray. What do you mean? The 100 Days' War began with a furious declaration of war from Erebonia to Liberal. It was given on the basis that the butchery of Hamel was conducted in Liberal's armed forces. However, as a condition of the treaty, we ended the war. The Empire retracted the accusation on the grounds that neither side would ever, under any circumstances, speak of Hamel again. Just like Lo said. Once I considered the circumstances, I could, if vaguely, see what has happened to the Empire. However, even though Cassius' counterattack plan had gained a significant victory, Erebonia was not committed a bulk of its military to the invasion of Liberal. If they returned with the greater part of the army, after realizing that, I agreed to their conditions. Oh. I chose to prioritize my nation's safety over the pursuit of truth. I destroyed any hope of the victims who were lost in the shadows had for justice. Those words that Lieutenant Lawrence, the Leonhardt, said to me, you are hardly qualified to feel pity for me. He was absolutely correct. Your Majesty. Your Majesty, please, do not blame yourself. You had no connection to the massacre, and the safety of your entire nation was at risk. As a ruler, you made the right decision. Joshua, this land of Liberal is my home. It is the place that mended my broken heart. I don't hate you for choosing to protect it. Your Majesty, I thank you for it. Joshua, yeah! Thank you, Joshua. To hear you say that feels as though the burden was lifted off my shoulders. Estiel, Joshua. Everyone. Estiel, I'm so glad you're safe. And Joshua. You're both back! You're both back! Chloe, Tita. Hey guys, sorry to make you worry. Really, you two, the way you behave and drive a woman to drink, you know. Still, though, good to see you brought back your little runaway after all. Ashara, Agate. Good to see you two are back. I am certain this, too, must have been divine guidance of Adios. Sorry for all the fuss. You dang well better be. Kevin. I gotta tell you, Estiel, when you got matched up, I was flipped out on the very direction I could. Seriously, don't make me worry like that next time, okay? Yeah, sorry about that. So, this must be... Yes, I'm Joshua Ashtray. A pleasure to meet you, Father Graham. Even more handsome than I expected. Hey, wait, you know me? I heard you say once or twice while keeping your ear open for what Estiel was doing. I heard how you helped Estiel when she was in need several times. Thank you. I'm grateful for your help. Well, it was no big deal. So, if you two are made up, I won't say anything. Except... just don't leave your girlfriend in the church like that again, eh? Otherwise, some of us will take that as a cue that she'll single again. I will. Keep that in mind. What are you two whispering about? Nothing. Just a guy thing. Yes, it's nothing. If it's something dirty, I can show you a girl thing that can do with a stick in a response. Pardon me, Your Majesty. Dad! Cassius? General Bright, thank you for coming. Have you gotten the orders out on all forces? Yes, I flew out here as soon as I had finished. I thought as though about the time to come and do my duty as a father. What? We spoke on the phone yesterday, but this is the first time we've met face to face in a while. Yes, it is. I'm sorry I made you worry. I know the oath you made. I'm nearly as much to blame as you are. You needn't apologize, but I must do my duty. Oh. Whoa, wait, Dad! It's alright, Estiel. That's what you're supposed to do to a runaway son, right? Exactly. It looks like you understand now. Just how badly everyone was worried about you, Yes. It's just the sort of thing someone like me wouldn't realize, isn't it? Yes, well, it's a hard thing you truly grasp. No man stands alone, even if he tries the hardest to. He is affected by those around him. And conversely, he affects those around him simply through the act of living. Even that without the meaning to, we form relationships, and in time, these relationships become bonds. Bonds. And as a bond once formed never breaks. No matter how far we travel, no matter what path we follow, they remain in the same form. Do you understand just how strong such a bond can be now? Yes, honestly, I understand now. I don't understand how powerful they could be at all. Joshua, if If you learned that, then I think your little walking tour was worth it. Joshua, you damn fool of a son of mine. Welcome home. Cassius. Dad. I may have half the foolishness comes from the parent myself. It's a lovely moment, Morgan. Come now. Pardon me. Captain Shorts, what is it? Your Majesty. Sirs, there's a massive groups and unidentified creatures near all 5 major cities. From the reports, we suspect they may be organisms, but we are not sure. What? They started moving. Also, we receive reports that herds of armored beasts and soldiers wearing red from every region. Local guard forces are engaged in fighting them back. As I feared. I should return to Hecking Gate immediately. Also, Shorts, there can't possibly be more. There is. We lack details, but there is some kind of abnormality. It's the only way to put it at the towers. The top of each tower has been engulfed in darkness. It's bizarre. What in the... I hate it when my bad feeling turns out to be right. Furthermore, a guard ship on patrol attempted to approach one, but began suffering catastrophic system failures approach and nearly managed to pull back. Orbital suppression. What about ground Bay scouts? I've already dispatched them. No word back. Excuse me, Captain Shorts. I have a report. The scouting units deployed to the towers have all been destroyed. It sounds impossible, but every squad was scattered by just one person. The reports are consistent. What? It can only be... Yes, only Enforcer could do that. Dad, the only army troops have no hope of destroying them. Let me go. Excuse me, Joshua, but why are you trying to go out on your own? Did you already forget the promise we made? But still, the society is on the move, and as a bracer liberal, I can't just sit back and ignore them. I'm going after them too, either way. Still, isn't just a steal either. I'm coming as well. I have my own personal reasons for wanting to confront one of them after all. As do I. Shara, Zen. Point is, you ain't the only one tied up in this. No running around off without us, got it? That's right, Joshua. This is just the kind of time where we all stand and work together. Agate, Tita. Thank you, I appreciate it. Looks like you've decided. Then allow me to make a formal request to the Bracer Guild on behalf of the Royal Army. I want you to investigate and resolve the situation at each of the tetracyclic towers. Bring the phenomenon to a halt and, if possible, apprehend these responsible. Yeah, got it. The Guild accepts your mission, General Bright. Grandmother, will you lend us the areola? Huh? Your Highness. Certainly, this is a situation that demands haste. I was considering offering the areola regardless, but if you are asking yourself, does that mean that you are ready? No, not yet. When I return the ship, however, I will have an answer for you. Yeah, very well. Liberal wings, I hope, are yours and as you're to see fit. Thank you very much. Julia, prepare the aerola for launch, please. We must head to the towers immediately. By your command, milady.
And so Liberal fell into chaos not long since the 100 Days' War. Cassius and Morgan returned to Listian Fortress and the Hecking Gate, respectively, to take command of the Royal Army. Meanwhile, Lesteel and her friends headed over to the towers which dotted the landscape using the aerial.
I
I didn't expect you to have to go back to Erebonia, Oliver. It is a bit out of the blue. No, honest, it was due back some time ago. However, you still have so monopolized my time. I delayed my return for a while. I see. Sorry, I guess it's my fault. Not at all. Don't you worry your precious head over it. In return for my accompanying you hither, I will be able to reunite with my dear, sweet Joshua after all.
You're the same as always, Oliver. Say, Oliver.
What is it?
You. No, never mind. Thank you for taking the time to help Estelle on her journeys.
I merely followed my whims. You need not be so guarded. Though if you insist on a passionate farewell kiss, well... Yeah, no, that's enough, thanks. Can't you say goodbye seriously at least once? I thought you would have learned by now that I'm always serious. Still, Joshua, Shara, everyone, you have great trials ahead of you, so be careful. You know that Oliver Lundgren will pray for your success from the skies of Erebonia. Thanks, Oliver. You take care, too.
Stay safe, Oliver.
If we get the chance, we'll should be drinking again.
Next time we meet, try ditching the love stock on the idiot act, alright?
Goodbye, Oliver. Didn't know you long, but it would be a good time. See ya. Farewell, Oliver. Thank you for your help. Hey, Grandpa?
Hello again, friends. Tita, you have been a good girl.
Yeah.
Back up a sec, Gramps. Why are you here? Well, you may have noticed a fair bit is going on. They brought me on board a few days ago. More importantly, Estelle, Joshua. It does an old man's heart good to see you two back safe.
Yeah, we managed it somehow.
I'm sincerely sorry to have worried you, Professor. No, my boy. You're back safe. That's all that matters. So, the business at hand is the tricycle towers and the strangeness atop of them. Looks like I'll have to throw all this old back again. Another mystery.
Thanks, Professor. I was wondering, too. Do you have any suggestions on what tower to start with?
That's a good question. The closest are the Amber and the Carnella towers, but really they're all the same now.
With the aerosol speed, the distance doesn't really matter. My advice would be to prioritize targets that have solid information on our enemies. Information like what? We received an update from the scout unit dispatched on Amelia's tower. A masked man in formal white clothing appeared there. That must be the Phantom Thief guy. But what we heard back at the castle to be defeated by one man.
Guess he isn't just some opera clown after all.
Blue Blanc, the Phantom Thief.
His specialty in Enforcer is trickery, false image copies, shadow printing, that sort of thing. Fighting him is going to be like fighting a riddle.
That sounds ducky. Still, not knowing the enemy will make it easier in the other tower. Okay, let's head at Miss Amelia's tower first. As you wish. Engines full ahead. Set course for Amelia's tower in the Roland region. And so ends the moratorium I place upon myself. No, I may not have one chance left, perhaps. Wait! Oh, you two. Ah, they're gone!
Oh ha! Didn't make it in time, huh? Oh.
What ho, good reporters? Were you hoping to get on board as you did during the dragon chase? Yeah, and we heard Joshua was back. Ah, whatever. Dorothy, hurry up and grab a shot of the air seal. If you use that long distance lens, you should be able to get a usable shot. Aye, sure. You said your goodbyes? Oh, they were such to make, yes. How have your preparations come along? I managed to arrange everything with my uncle. As for Chancellor Gosborn, he actually found the ideas to be perfectly timed. He does seem to have the kind of man who would be well liked by liberals. This would be a grand professional. You have the nastiest hobbies. I can already see their shocked expression in my mind. But that is a large part of the goal, my friend. And so, when next we meet, we shall be foes. Do not lose the likes of the society, my Istwell Liberian allies. We arrived at Ismilia's tower. Whoa, that was seriously fast. There wasn't any minutes, wasn't it? Teehee, that was about right, yeah. We're about 3 times as fast as the big passage airships. The engine, right? What's happening on top of the tower? Let me put that on display. What in the heck? Looks like a bit of black wave the Gospels emit, but static. Yes, but unlike the waves, it's confined to the top of the tower. I wouldn't recommend we get close. Julia, how will we be able to get to the surface? Unfortunately, the terrain is too rough to land the air seal. We should be able to get close enough to lower the lift while hovering, like, use this. The lift? The cargo bay elevator lift. It's normally used to load items onto the ship. Ah, okay. Now we just need to decide who should investigate the tower and who should stay in reserve.
Right.
Right then, I'll be busy in the lab downstairs. If you kids use your orbit tuned or you need new quartz, come by. You bet. Tita, take care. Don't worry, Grandpa. I haven't been traveling this long with everyone without learning a little. I bet you haven't. Don't worry, Professor. We'll make sure that they stay safe. Yes, take care of her, please. You still don't know where the enemy's gold is. Have the care to ask to rush into danger like palms, you hear? Okay, once we're ready, let's go to the surface. Yeah, the lift is in the cargo bay. Alright, I think I'm going to call it for today. This will be a good place for us to stop because I do not know how long it'll take to get rid of this first tower. So let me go ahead and save here. And we'll pick up on this again on Saturday. Let me see. Is there anybody I can raid today? Jesse's playing a State of Play. I don't know what Path of Exile. Let's see. Let's give her a raid. Alright. Thank you everybody for coming by today. I will see you on Saturday for some more Trails in the Sky, second chapter. Take care and I will see you then.